walaalayaal magacaygu waa Axmed Cabdi oo mataqaana u shaqeeya district office-ka waaxda equity-ga waxaan rabaa inaan idin aqriyo buuggan magaciisu yahay Cleo Edison Oliver Playground Millionaire boggiisa mataqaana nuqulkiisa lixaad boggiisa 64 waxaan rajaynayaa inaad ku raaxaysataan. Again, my name is Ahmed Abdi here at the district office with equity department, and I'm glad to read the next chapter of Cleo Anderson Oliver Playground Millionaire on chapter 6, page 64. I hope you enjoy. On top of the world for a moment anyway. After school, Cleo and Josh walked home. Normally Gailey would join them, but that day her mom picked her up for some kind of appointment. In the kitchen, Mom was making something again, bags of ingredients, messy bowls, measuring cups, and eggshells littered the counter. The longevity lollipops hadn't gone over so well. Cleo had gotten stuck in her throat and practically choked her to death. Mom turned off the mixer and gave them both kisses. How was the school? JJ ran in and threw his arms around Cleo's waist. Cleo, it was nice to come home to an ordering farm. She hugged him back and he headed for Josh. Mom, guess what? Josh said. Emilius is in my class. He opened the pantry door, scavenging for a snack. That's great. What are you making this time? Cleo eyed the greedy butter suspiciously. It looked a little too much like something that had been digested once already. Guinea cupcakes. King what? Mom held up a bag of bird seed. Key what? It's a miracle grain full of protein. You can try one when they're done. No, thanks. I'll just have one of these. She grabbed a chocolate chip protein bar from the pantry and peeled back the rubber. Can I open my avocado stand today? What about homework? Our teacher doesn't believe in giving a lot of homework. Mom eyed her skeptically. Oh, really? I've just got a little reading I can do in between customers. Okay, but you have to answer my question first. How was the school? Fine, except for dumb Jimmy Ryerson asking her questions about her birth mom. She had thought she had gotten over it, but there it was again, making her feel weird, like she didn't belong. I like Mr. Boring. He does seem like a good guy. You have met him. I emailed your teachers last week just to introduce myself and our family, like I do every year. Of course, Cleo wished she wouldn't make such a big deal out of it, but Mom had made educating others about adoption one of her main missions in life. Well, I've got a business to run. Cleo started towards the family room where she had stashed all her business stuff. You know where to find me. Outside, the avocado on the ground were all half eaten. Bagley, you had ruined $10 worth of product. The remaining avocados were high up in the branch. She got the ladder from their detached garage and set it up next to a tree. She had just climbed to the top when their neighbor across the street, Miss Ju, came outside in her gardening gloves. Miss Ju waved her little shovel in the air. Cleo, that's too high. You're going to hurt yourself. Now how, Miss Ju? This summer, Cleo asked Miss Ju to teach her Mandarin Chinese, the future language of business people everywhere. Want to buy some avocados today? Cleo raised an avocado to show Miss Ju. The ladder wobbled. Her heart did a double flip, but she kept her cool. Cleo's awesome avocados was back in business. Just get down from there, she said. I'll get you the money. How much? $1 each. Cleo had never done a business transaction from this far away. Oh, from a ladder. But so what? A sale was a sale. I paid the same at the store. What happened to the blowout sale? Miss Chu never accepted full price. That was yesterday. But for you, I'll make it for $3 deal? Deal. Now you get down before you break your neck. Cleo was going to get down. Really she was. And then she saw the roof. And it was only a step away. A big step. But she knew she could do it. And if she could do it, then she had to do it. It was a law of the universe. She plucked 4 avocados, then hurried down and dragged the ladder closer to the house, which was single story in the front and double story in the back, where they had added on bedrooms. She climbed to the top of the ladder again and bullied herself onto the roof, trying not to make noise. If Mom found her, she would have a cow, not just a cow, a bull with horns. This was the kind of things that have her yelling Cleo's whole entire name to the whole entire neighborhood. Cleopatra and Lenora Oliver, get down from there right now. But she didn't want to get down. She was Capricorn, after all, Bad Mountain Goat, according to the fortune, always climbing, never satisfied until she reached the top. Cleo scrambled up the short slopes to the pointy part in the middle. She looked down on the roof of Miss Jean's chicken coop. Gloria, Alice, Susan B. pecked and scratched in the dirty yard. Big Betty was probably chilling out in the coop. Miss Jean had paid Cleo to the chicken seat a few times. Easy money. On the other side of Miss Jean's was the Williamses. Cleo giggled at the underwear drying on a line in their backyard. It looked big enough to feed a giant bundle. Beyond the Williamses' single story was Kaylee's palace of a house. It was pink, which Kaylee thought was horrible. But Cleo thought it was a splendid palace with red Spanish tiles on the roof and a side balcony just right for sipping that tangy tangerine tonic which they had made from Ortega's tangerine trees and sold early in the summer. The Ortega's house stood out in their street like a flamingo in a flock of pigeons. It was exactly the kind of a house Galea would like to live. Kaylee's bedroom window was open. Should she yell, she may get caught, but on the other hand, if her best friend was home, she would see her on top of her house. She cupped her hands around her mouth. Kaylee! Kaylee gazed blue curtains fluttered in her window. Kaylee! Kaylee didn't appear, but crouching there on the pinnacle of the roof, Kaylee suddenly felt on top of the wall. She put her feet on either side of the peak and stood straight up. Wowee! The view was amazing. She could see all the way to Audubon High School, where Dad taught computers and history. Dull, meaningless history. It was much more important to look ahead to the future. And she knew what the future held for her, more businesses. Because she was an entrepreneur, just like Fortune, probably like lots of people in her birth family. An idea struck her so hard it practically knocked her from her perch. She would start a business at the school. She could see it all now. Her desk would become her executive office, the nerve center of Cleopatra Enterprise Inc. Kaylee would be their co-chief operating officer since she was the most organized person on the planet. Just then, the sky exploded with noise and the whoosh of it beating wings. 100 bird parrots. She wasn't exaggerating really, even though she had been known to on occasion. Landed in the camouflage trees that towered over her house. She had been there before. They came and went around the neighborhood, a big noisy extended bird family. The fact that they had chosen to land right there. At the very moment she had this great thought, it was a sign she just knew it was. The birds squawked and flapped their wings as if they were cheering and clapping just for her. Bagley ran outside, barking and jumping up on one of the giant trees. Josh ran after him. Cleo ducked. Mom, Mom, Cleo on the roof. Corn dogs and Costco. Miss Chu came out on her front porch. She started waving and shouting too. Between the parrots screeching, Bagley barking, Josh startling, and Miss Chu yelling, the corner of their street was louder than the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. It was almost loud enough to drown out the sound of a mom yelling her whole entire name to the whole entire neighborhood. Thank you.